with a catastrophic kinetic crunch, folding the diver into the corridor wall. The pressure burst staggers the second diver as you push through toward the relay. The seismic anchor drone's amber strobes pulse faster, drill cycle is advancing. Crush deep survey diver at 22 meters and keep pressing the objective. NESSIE surges the 22 meters in a single predatory lunge. The Leviathan maw closes around the last diver's reinforced suit and the titanium buckles like wet cardboard, that contact going dark. Momentum carries you straight into the seismic anchor drone's 38-meter gap. The amber warning lights spike to red as the drill cycle accelerates, but you're closing fast. Passive region ticks. The abyssal dark is yours. Avoid the seismic anchor drone and secure mid-depth basalt cavern net. You pull NESSIE wide around the seismic anchor drone's drill wake, its seismic pulses cracking the basalt underfoot but failing to catch her bulk as she surges deeper into the corridor. The drone's drill cycle is still running, but the mid-depth cavern network is yours, the survey diver insertion team wiped and the anchor point secured. One anchor still hums behind you, uncrushed. Crush seismic anchor drone at 32 meters and push forward hard. NESSIE surges forward through the fractured basalt, closing the gap in two powerful strokes. The Leviathan maw clamps onto the seismic anchor drone's casing with catastrophic force, fracturing the drill housing and collapsing the bore assembly in one savage bite. The amber pulse stutters, flares, dies. Drill cycle terminated. ACC confirms objective complete. The cavern stops shaking. Push deeper. Mech_yard is ahead, 150 meters into the non-Euclidean dark. Push hard to seismic rift floor, 600 meters depth and crush anything in the way. NESSIE surges through the angled basalt corridor, non-Euclidean geometry bending the passage at impossible angles, 600 meters deep and closing fast. A pair of trench crawlers erupt from the floor cracks ahead, claws scraping stone, but NESSIE's bulk hits them like a submarine battering ram. The Mech_yard threshold glows with distant amber sonar pulses, Theodore's forward sweep painting the trench walls. Passive HP region ticks in. Focus everything on the Theodore, sonar command vessel, trigger terror of the deep silence, crush it and finish the kill. Terror of the deep silence detonates from NESSIE's core, ancient instinct floods the corridor, the sonar grid goes blind, and NESSIE surges 60 meters through black water in absolute silence before the Leviathan maw clamps onto Theodore's reinforced hull with catastrophic force, fracturing the command vessel's emitter pylons inward. 3 consecutive unblocked strikes later, Theodore's reactor casing implodes, the amber sonar grid dies in a cascade of crushed metal and depressurized atmosphere. Push hard to bioluminescent organic nest and crush anything in the way. You surge north-northeast through shattered basalt corridors, passive regeneration cycling, the Leviathan maw still slick from Theodore's hull. 2 trench crawlers drag themselves from the rift floor behind you, you wheel, bite down twice through chitinous plating, and leave them as fractured rubble in your wake. The bioluminescent glow of KELPMOTHER's nest bleeds through the trench walls ahead, 100 meters out and closing. Sweep bioluminescent organic nest for stragglers and lock it down. NESSIE surges through the bioluminescent nest's pulsing membrane walls, crushing the last twitching trench crawlers underfoot. The living cavern writhes around you, walls contracting like a throat. Rift eel swarms spiral out of KELPMOTHER's ink sacs in frenzied spirals, 3 churning masses closing fast from the nest's deeper chambers. KELPMOTHER herself has not yet broken the surface, but the cavern is breathing harder. Focus everything on the KELPMOTHER, the trench matriarch, trigger terror of the deep silence, crush it and finish the kill. You trigger terror of the deep silence, ancient instinct floods the cavern with suffocating pressure as Nessie vanishes from every eel and the matriarch's senses, 2 rounds of unblocked strikes locked in. You surge 80 meters through the ink-black water and bury the Leviathan Maw into KELPMOTHER's mantle in a catastrophic kinetic bite, cartilage fractures, brining geysers, and the organic walls shudder. Second strike. Another crushing bite tears through her dorsal nerve cluster, HP cratered, the matriarch convulsing and beginning to retreat toward the open trench, the cavern starts to collapse around her as she flees. Stay on the KELPMOTHER, the trench matriarch, crush it relentlessly and don't let up. Nessie doesn't give the trench matriarch a breath. Ancient jaws clamp down on KELPMOTHER's pulsating mantle again, bone-crushing pressure fracturing her chromatophore plates as bioluminescent fluid jets into the collapsing cavern. The matriarch thrashes, her tentacles raking the crumbling walls, but she's hemorrhaging light and retreating, tumbling back toward the open black of the trench. She's almost over the edge. Focus everything on the KELPMOTHER, the trench matriarch, trigger terror of the deep silence, crush it and finish the kill. Terror of the deep silence ignites, ancient instinct floods Nessie's whole body and the abyss goes utterly, preternatural still. In that invisible half-second of pure predator focus, you drive the Leviathan Maw into KELPMOTHER's marked mantle core with catastrophic force, fracturing the last of her bioluminescent armored plating and rupturing her ink sacs. The trench matriarch convulses, tentacles releasing their grip on the cavern walls, and what remains of her slides, slow and final, into the open black mouth of the trench below.